Yesterday, there's some audio issue. So the technician said by 10 o'clock only they're able to come. So unfortunately, cancel the session. Okay? Well, so what is the last topic? Working with arrays. I think I given only one example, right? Let us extend the discussion, conclude how to perform various operations on the arrays, then we go about the array list. What is an array? What is an array? You want to store multiple values in some variable, we have to go for a array concept. Arrays are used to store multiple values of same data type. If you know how many values you are going to keep in the memory, then only we have to go for array concept. Arrays are fixed in size, meaning while declaring an array, you have assigned the values. How many values you stored here? 4. We cannot extend the size of an array during runtime. So actually here we are storing the values. Truly speaking, we don't store the values in dynamic programming. Your Selenium will capture the data available in your application, load into the memory. We'll see, we'll discuss. Arrays are fixed in size. Arrays allow both primitive and non-primitive reference data type. Here string is a reference data type. The first example I have given, I think about int. It's a primitive data type. If you want to access the element data present in an array name of its index. 4 values we stored in the array. What are the index range here? 0 to 3. If you want to count the number of elements in an array, there's a keyword called len, will return number of elements present in an array. You can update the existing element value. We cannot append, we cannot add one more value during runtime. Right. This concept is clear, right? So take the next one, array list. Working with array list. Working with array list. Selenium. Arrays are fixed in size. Array list is a resizable array. Extendable size of array is called array list. If I do not know how many values I am going to keep in the memory, I do not know how many values I am going to keep in the memory. Say for example, Google page. I want to capture all links present in the Google page, keep in the Java memory. How many links are there? Listen. In the Google page, there are so many links available. I want to build a program in Selenium to capture all links in the Google page, keep in the Java memory, store in the Java memory. How many links are in the page? We do not know. As I do not know how many elements I am going to keep in the memory, I have to go for array list concept. If I know how many values I am going to store, 4 values, 10 values, size is fixed, I go for array. I do not know how many values I am going to keep in the memory, then I have to go for array list. See here. I want to store all elements, all items available in the drop-down list into Java memory. all departments, arts and craft, automotive, baby, all these items I want to keep in the Java memory. How many are there? How many items are here? Maybe this time let us say 20 available. Tomorrow in the Amazon website, 2 more, 3 more items may be added into the drop-down list. I do not know how many values I am going to keep in the Java memory. Definitely here also I have to go for array list. Array list used to store multiple items only. What makes the major difference between array and array list? Arrays are fixed in size. Array list is a extendable size. While declaring an array list, you are not going to store the data. You can append as many values as you require. You can add 10 items, you can add 100 items, you can add even 1000 items. The array list will be capable of handling as many elements you load into the memory during runtime. As I do not know how many links present in the Google page, I do not know how many items are available in the drop-down list. I want to load all these items into Java memory. As I do not know, I have to go for a concept of array list. This array list is one of the Java class. Java.util folder package. Java.utilities package provide a class called array list. You please on the right side, whenever you select a class in Java or Selenium, you get some little description about what actually it is. When you encounter a new class also, you no need to worry about what it is. You can read the description, you can understand what actually it is. You please read the description here. It is a resizable array. It's the extendable size of an array. How to make use of this? Array list. It is asking what type of data you are going to keep in this array list. You want to store integers, you want to store strings, you want to store objects, you want to store any other data type. What kind of data we are going to keep in the array list? It is asking. String. I want to store the strings into the array list. Data type it is. Name of the array list. Say for example, car list equal to, I'll explain what it is. New array list. Array list is a class in Java, right? Array list is a class of Java. This is how you have to declare the array list. What actually this right side expression? New array list. If you want to use methods of a class, non-static methods of a class in Java programming, we must create an object of the class. Here, car list is an object, it's a new object. Car list equal to new, it's a new object for the template array list. It is something like this. Try to understand in this way. I just opened one software, Microsoft Excel. I'm explaining precisely what is that new keyword, what we are doing on the right side expression. I opened one software like Microsoft Excel. You please observe here, there are many ready-made templates available in Microsoft Excel, right? There are many ready-made templates available here. Student schedule. One of the ready-made template available in Microsoft Excel. I can make use of this template. Directly, I can make use of the template. Every template provided some features. Every predefined template provided some features. Here, I want to maintain the data about student schedules. Rather than I create my own template, there is a ready-made template, I am trying to use it. My question, am I modifying the original template or I am making a copy of this template? What I did here?
Making a
I made a copy of the template. This later I have to save it, correct? After making a copy, Venkat, mute online team. After making a copy, you can modify this template as you require. You are not modifying original template. You are modifying the copy template, correct? Here, similarly. Monthly company budget, monthly budget summary, income, expenses, operating expenses, personal expenses. There are many things available ready-madely. Here I made a copy of the existing template. Now I can make use of this template. I can modify even this template also. Here again I am not updating, modifying the original template. I am making a copy, updating the template. Similarly, this time I am opening PowerPoint. There are many ready-made templates available here. Okay, I have to download this template. Directly I can make use of this template. Again, I am not updating or modifying the original template. After making a copy, I can use the template, I can modify the template, correct? Also, the Excel, the PowerPoint provided many ready-made templates. Java provided many ready-made templates. What do you mean by ready-made templates here? Java, like Microsoft Excel, like PowerPoint, like MS Word, like other software, Java also provided some ready-made programming template. Tell me few. String, one of the ready-made template available in Java programming. String class, one of the ready-made programming template available in Java programming, provided with a set of features, set of functions, equals, ignore, case contains. It's a ready-made class in Java, right? You created it. It's already a predefined template, programming template available in Java. Object is another predefined template available in Java. Array is another predefined template available in Java. Like Excel template, like PowerPoint template, Java also provided some ready-made programming templates. These programming templates are nothing but Java classes. Hence, people will say it's a blueprint of an object. Template belongs to an object. A template design, a programming template designed to explain a string, that is string class. A ready-made programming template available in Java, array list. Right. In addition to this, what is this? I do not require ready-made templates available in Excel. You are allowed to create your own template, right? These are nothing but user-defined classes in Java. Java provided some ready-made classes, string, object, array list. Java also permit the end user, you create your own programs. user-defined classes, like the user-defined worksheet. Excel provided some ready-made template, ready-made worksheet, also allows you to create your own workbook, your own template. The same way, Java provided some ready-made classes. Also, Java allows end user to create your own programs, user-defined classes. Any software programming concept is this. If a software provided some ready-made features, ready-made templates, allow the end user to create your own template as per your coding project requirements. Why I discussed about this? Listen. This is the Java program I am creating. Every Java program will have some memory area, right? Let's assume this is a memory area. If you create a new Java project I'm talking about, JRE, Java Runtime Environment, will have some libraries, right? Java will have some libraries, right? My project is a Java project. These Java provided some ready-made templates. The Java provided some ready-made templates. String one of the ready-made template available in Java with a set of features. Object another ready-made template available in Java. Like there are so many hundreds of classes available in Java. One of the class, what is that? Array list, linked list. There are many things available. Now, this is my programming area. This is a memory, this is a programming area, this is a Java library. Now, in this programming area, I want to utilize one of the template, array list template, to build some code. I want to use array list template already available in Java to build some code, to develop my code. First, this template you have to copy into memory area, right? You have to copy this template. Any programming works only on the memory. You have to store something in memory, you have to access from memory. This entire template I want to copy into the memory. Generally, previously, when I selected a Excel template, what happens? The template will be loaded into the memory area, not yet saved. You have to save it, correct? It loaded into a temporary workspace. You take an existing template, finally you have to save as a new workbook. You have to save as a new workbook, correct? Like, I reserve some memory location. What for I am reserving some memory here to load? What I am trying to store here? Previously we used to store a value 10, 20, car name, a string, a integer. What you are storing into this memory location now? A template available in Java class. The entire template I wanted into the memory location. Is it a string? Is it a int? What it is? Array list. I first give a variable name. Car list is my variable name. What is this car list? A new array list template. It's a new array list template. The entire array list will be copied into the memory area. The array list template, which is available in Java, copied into the work area. The reference of this work area is called car list. Any programming template available in Java, any class available in Java, you want to copy into the memory, template name. What is the template name? Class name, maybe array list, linked list, any other thing. Class name, object name equal to, this is the object name here, car list. What is this call list? It's a new memory. This is a new address. What you are going to store into this new address? Class name. What is the class name in this scenario? Array list. But this array list, you can store strings, you can store objects, you can store other data type. What is the data type? What kind of data you are going to store into the array list need to be mentioned. Equal to new array list. This is a way of creating an object for the class. Class name. This class name need what type of data you are going to keep equal to, sorry, object name you have to write right here. Object name equal to new class name. Class name. What is the class name you want to use here? Array list. What type of data you are going to keep in the array list? String. Name your array list. Call list. Mark list. Any other thing. What is this call list? It is equal to a new class name. What is the class name? Array list. Here we created an object for the array list. What is the object name here? Call list. Once it is done, this is how we declare an array list. Remember, array list will allow, array list is a class, right? Array list is a class in Java, right? Hence it allows other class data types, meaning it allows only other class data types. What do you mean by class data types? I told you, any class of Java can be used as a reference data type. Class data types meaning reference data types. String is a class in Java, right? String is a class in Java. Object is a class in Java. Please see the right side. Left side C indicates that it is a class. Here we have the description. It is a class of Java. Array list allows only reference data type, not primitive data type. String is okay. You please observe, I am putting int. Showing error here. Please observe. It is showing an error here. Array list accept only reference type, not primitive data type. You may get a question. Then I want to store the marked list. I do not know how many marks I am going to store. Then what to do? What is this? Previous one, int, primitive data type. What is this now? Integer is a class. Integer, full integer, not int in just. Integer is a class in Java. You please read the description. The integer class converts, wraps primitive data type int to reference data type integer. It's actually typecasting, converting one data to other data type. Integer is a class in Java which converts primitive data type int to integer. This integer is allowed. Int is not allowed in array list. For all primitive data types, how many are there? For all primitive data types, how many? For all 8 primitive data types, corresponding reference types also available. Let's see here. What is the first one? Byte. This byte is not a primitive type, reference type. All primitive data types in lowercase, right? Completely in lowercase. Generally in Java programming, a class will start with uppercase letter. You please observe this byte. B in uppercase. In primitive data type byte, B in lowercase. Here B in uppercase. The byte class, it is a class in Java, convert primitive data type byte to reference type. Short integer, not int, integer, long, float, double. This is primitive data type, correct? Char. Whereas character, reference data type. This is primitive data type. This is reference data type. Java class start with uppercase character. It's a reference type. Array list accept only reference data type. For all primitive data type, corresponding reference types are available. So if I want to go for marked list using array list, because I do not know how many marks I am going to store, we have to go with not int in this integer you have to use. Okay, first I will go with the string. Now I want to add data, add items into the array list. You please observe the difference between array and array list in the declaration itself. As arrays are fixed in size, dynamically you cannot append the value, add value. While declaring the array itself, we have to assign the data. While declaring array itself, we have to store the data. But here, you can add as many values as you require. For that reason, after declaration, you will append one by one. What is the name of the array list here? Sorry. Call list dot. Add is a method used to append data to the array list. Like this, you can add as many values as you require. Something I have given. Like this, you can add the values. If you want to access elements present in an array list, what is the array list name here? Call it. Add, append values into the list. Get method, get, used to retrieve the elements present in an array list. There are many elements available. Get the data available in the specified index. You have to supply the position. How many values are available now? 4. What are the index ranges? 0 to 3. Get the value present at the 0th position. Get the value available at the first position. Next position. Next position. We have to give the index. If you want to count the number of elements, the array list name, what is the array list name here? Curl list dot, not length. Length applicable for arrays only, not for array list. There's a method called size. It returns number of elements available in the array list. Let me run this code now. I'll put this here first. First I'm retrieving the count, then I'm accessing the data present in the array list. I'm printing the number of elements available in the array list. There are about 4. These are the 4 items available in the array list. The array list is a dynamical memory. You can add as many values as you require. You want to add one more item? Yes, we can. At which position the data will be added, new car will be added? Fourth position. New car added. I'll explain this. First of all, please confirm this is clear now. We declare array list to store the strings. Add method used to add data into the array list. Get method used to access the data present in array list. Size method return number of elements available in the array list. You take some short notes about working with array list. A array list is a resizable array. It's a resizable array, resizable, extendable array. You can store as many values you require. As many values as you require. 10 items, 20 items, 100 items, 500 items you can store, no limitation. When you are storing, automatically size gets extended. When you are storing, automatically size gets extended. In this program, let's say this is a memory area. Here I created an array list. More memory will be allocated, reserved. Say this memory is reserved initially. Let's say you store 4 items into the array list. The first item, the second item, third item, and fourth items are stored here. When you are adding one more item, dynamically the size gets extended. So, array list is a resizable array. You can store as many values as you require. Continuation. Array list allows only reference data types. Array list allows only reference data types. It accepts only reference data types. Array list allows only reference data types. Sorry. The first statement declaring an array list. It's explaining how you declare an array list. What is the method used to add data into array list? What is the method of the array list to add data into array list? Add is the function used to add items into the array list. When you are adding a new item, where it is storing? At the end of the list. Already 4 items available. You are adding a new one. At the end of the list, new item will be appended. How you count the number of items in array list? What is the method? Size. What about if it is array? Length used in array to count the number of elements. Size method used to count the number of elements in a array list. If you note down in the description, comment section itself, it's very clear what are the methods. Okay. How to access data present in array list? What is the method used to access data present in array list? Get. You have to give the item index. Fine. Now, you can reset the item. I want to update BMW with some other value. First BMW available. Now I want to update the existing element. How to do this? What is the name of the array list here in this program? Car list. Dot set. Read the description. Set. Check out the syntax and read the description, you'll understand it. You want to replace a old item with a new item, you can go for set. It needs two arguments, this function. There are already some items available in the array list. Which position you want to replace? 0th item you want to replace, first item you want to replace, second item you want to replace. That is the first argument, index. Now I want to replace BMW with new car. What is the index? To please observe the syntax. Any function you are learning, seeing, first try to understand the syntax and description. It needs two arguments. What is the first argument? Integer, index. Which position you want to replace? 0th position I want to replace. String, element. What is the new value you want to replace? See here. I'm giving 0. What is the value available in 0th position now? At present, BMW. This I want to replace with a new value. New car I have given. Before executing this step, what is the value available at 0th position? BMW. After executing this statement, let me access the value available at 0th position. Just for your update understanding. Hope you understood this right? After updating, I am printing the value. Here we have updated the value. Earlier at 0th position we have BMW. We updated with new car. After updating, what is the value available at 0th position? New car. Hope you understood? So you can add as many values as you require using add method. You want to get the data present in array list, get method, get of its index. You are allowed to replace the old item with the new item using set method. You want to count the number of items available in the list, array list, there is a method called size method. In one program I have demonstrated all the features of the array list. Hope you understood this. At present, at this moment, just we started learning some basics. Only try to understand the concept. Down the line, how we are going to use all in Selenium, we are going to build many programs. For your understanding, after you take this, I'll explain a small Selenium program. You understand why we are learning these Java programs.
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, post your question.
Sir, if you want to delete any item, how to do?
No, for everything are options available. There are so many functions available. First, I started with the basic thing. Okay, first you go with this, I'll explain. For every operation, there are functions available. You note down this example. Maybe it takes hardly about 5 minutes of time, but you needed it because in many Selenium programs we are going to use it. Just look at this one. In some application, it's one of the program made in yesterday some other batch. In Primus Bank application, in the sitemap page, I want to capture all links available in a page. How many are available? I do not know. I go with a list. Actually, this list is a superclass of array list. Further we'll discuss. Array list, linked list, stack, vector are the classes available in Java to store. All these are resizable arrays. The storing mechanism is different. All these classes belongs to a superclass called list. No, further we'll talk about this. First, as of now, you note down this. One moment. You take this code as it is. Oh, anti-code. Now only one program I am asking you to take, not all the programs. Remaining programs I'll upload in LMS. When you refer the notes, you need to understand working with array list, because in every almost in every Selenium program we use array list. Declaring an array list, adding data into array list, accessing data from array list, counting number of items in an array list. You can add items into array list using add method. You can get data present in array list using get method. If you want to count the number of items in array list, size method. If you want to delete the data present in array list, we can use remove method. Remove. Note on this code. If you want to remove the data, the name of the array list dot remove which item you want to remove. You have to give the index. If I give 0, 0th item will be removed. The syntax is remove, you have to give the index. These are the basic operations belongs to array list. Oh, 1 second, 1 second. Yes, take it. Finish. Finish online team?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, let me declare one more array list. The array list, I want to store the mark list. What is the data type? Not int, integer. The name of the array list, mark list, equal to new array list. Listen. Giving the size is optional. I can give the size also 10. Why? Why size is required? Because array list is meant for you can store as many values as you require. Then why to give the size 10? 10 meaning 10 elements I want to store. Why the size is required? No to how? How to save the memory? How it saves the memory? If you simply declare array list with no size, it reserves more memory because it do not know how many values you are going to keep. 100 or 1000 or 10,000, it do not know. It reserves more memory. Instead, I know approximately how many values I am going to store, 10, 20. Why? Approximately. I given the number 10. To store 10 values, memory will be reserved. That doesn't mean maximum is 10. Initially, the memory allocated to store only 10 values. If you add 11th value, 12th value, automatically size extended from thereafter. Initial allocation for up to 10 elements. Still, you are adding more items, automatically size gets extended. To save initial allocation of the memory, if you know approximately how many values you are going to keep, then give the size, which is optional. Understand the point? If I give the size 10, I am allowed to store about 10 also. 11th item, 12th item also I can. Initially size allocated for storing 10 items, still the user adding more, thereafter size gets extended. If you are not giving any size, you do not know how many values you are going to keep, 100 or 200 or 1000, it allocates more memory to save the memory, to effectively make use of the memory. Approximately you know the number, how many values you are going to keep, give the size, that is recommendation. Got it? Even giving the size not mandatory, optional. Remaining procedure, everything is same. You want to add data into array list, add some data. Remaining all is same. I want to count the number of items in it. Size. I want to access the data. 1 second. How to count the number of items in the array list? Size. What is the array list name here? Mark list dot size. What is the return type of the size? What is the return type of the size method? Integer. It returns count of elements in it. This I am storing in a temporary variable. Say for example, count. It count the number of elements available in the list. We are storing in a variable called count. Let us print it. There are 3 items available. Directly you can print. You can keep in another variable also, later you can print. Similarly, mark list dot get of 0 will access the 0th element. Mark list dot get of 1 will access the next element. What type of data available in this marked list? Integer. I am declaring some variable data. I am printing the data. First I am directly printing the 0th value. Next value I am storing into some local variable, then I am printing it. Either way. First we are printing the size. There are 3 items available, count. Directly we are printing the 0th position value, 10. Second position value you are storing in another temporary variable called data, and we are printing the data. Finally, working with array list of any data type procedure would be the same. Another example to work with the array list of different data type. Right now, I want to declare an array, not array list, again, array. My requirement is, I want to store the employee name. I want to store the employee names. Richards. What type of data it is? What type of data it is? String.
String.
I want to store the age of a person. Int or byte or whatever it may be. Okay, integer type. Finally, integer. I want to store the salary of the person.
Double.
Integer.
Double.
0.50 also I would like to store. I want to store the gender of the person. Only one character, male or female. F, M or F. I want to store this person is working or not working. All I want to store in one array. All I want to store in one array. I'm declaring an array of data type. What is the data type here? String. String. My array name emp data equal to First value, name of the employee, Richards. Comma, what is second value? Age of the person. Is it allowed?
No, sir.
Because what data type of this array? String. It accepts only strings. If I go with int, it accepts only integers. But here I have different combinations of the data. We use object, another reference type. Previously we discussed only about the string. There is one more data type, one more reference type called object. It accepts any kind of data. Object is a superclass of Java. Any class you create belongs to object. Any Java class will inherit the properties of the object. Anyhow, object allows any kind of data. Now my array name is emp data of data type object. First value I am storing string. Second value I am storing byte or int. The next value I am storing salary. 0.50 I am using. Double, real number. Next value I am storing a single character. Next value I am storing a Boolean value. You please observe all are accepted or not. All are accepted or not. Is it showing any error?
No, sir.
No. My array name emp data dot length. How many values are available here? 1, 2, 3. This is totally one value. 3, 4 and 5. There are about 5 values here. I want to access this data. Emp data of the index 0. Like remaining. Finally here object allows any kind of data. That's what I'm trying to show you. Got it? Note on this object. Another reference type it is object. Next value I am storing a single character. Next value I am storing a Boolean value. You please observe all are accepted or not. All are accepted or not. Is it showing any error?
No, sir.
No. My array name emp data dot length. How many values are available here? 1, 2, 3. This is totally one value. 3, 4 and 5. There are about 5 values here. I want to access this data. Emp data of the index 0. Like remaining. Finally here object allows any kind of data. That's what I'm trying to show you. Got it? Note on this object. Another reference type it is object. Object is another reference type. Object is another reference type. Another reference type. It accepts any kind of data. It accepts any kind of data. It accepts any kind of data. Right. Hope you understood the first example right here. Same way now. No need to note down. I'm updating the LMS. I want to create a array list of the data type object. Array list of data type object. Same I am giving emp data equal to new array list. Emp data dot add the items, employee name. I mean the age, the salary value. Single character. The Boolean value. The array list name dot size will return number of elements in it. The array list name get method used to access the data. Zero to 4. Hope you understood this. Better you note down this example only just to understand object accept any kind of data. Just to understand object accept any kind of data, you note down this example. Object is a reference type. It accepts any kind of data. Finish. Right. Now, as of now, we learned about variable. What is a variable? It's a memory address location to store the data. While declaring a variable, you have to mention the data type. There are primitive and non-primitive reference data type. And we discussed about a string class. Now we have seen about object. Object allows any kind of data. If you want to store multiple values into the memory location, we have two options, array, otherwise array list. So what is the major difference between array and array list? One of the basic Java interview question is, what is the difference between array and array list? Arrays are fixed in size. Array list is a extendable size of an array. If I know how many values I am going to keep in the Java memory, I go for array. I do not know how many values I am going to store. I keep on adding the data, then I have to go for a array list. To count the number of items present in array, length is the keyword. To count the number of items present in array list, size is the keyword. Array accepts both primitive and non-primitive data types, whereas array list will accept only reference, that is non-primitive data types. If you want to access the data present in array name of its index. If you want to access the data present in array list name dot get of its index. To add data, array of its index equal to value. Here there is a add method to add the data into the array list. So majorly you no need to explain about the methods in the interview question. What is the major difference between array and array list? Arrays are fixed in size. Array list is a extendable size. If I know how many values I am going to store in the Java memory, I go for array. If I do not know, then I go for a array list. Arrays accept both primitive and reference data type, whereas array list will accept only reference data type. Methods wise, mechanism operations are different operations available. Now let me introduce you other Java concept called conditional statements in Java programming. If condition, what is the other one? Else is a part of if condition. Else is not a separate condition. It's a completely syntax of usage, format of the if actually. If one conditional statement, switch case another conditional statement. If one conditional statement, switch case another conditional statements available in Java programming. Not only in Java programming, in all programming softwares available in the market, we have these two types of conditional statements. Make a note of it. Conditional statements in Java. Conditional statements in Java. Conditional statements in Java programming. But generally when we implement what is the purpose of this conditional statement? If the given condition satisfied, execute some code. Go in this way, in this route. If the condition not satisfied, go in the other route. If the condition satisfied, go in this route. Condition not satisfied, go in the other route. I want to control my program execution in this way. If condition true, do something. Not true, do something else. Generally, you know, in mathematical expressions, any software programming basically comes from mathematics only. What is this in mathematics? Otherwise, in a flow diagram, what it is called? Decision box. A decision, a question, always will have only two answers. Yes or no. If the given condition is true, execute these statements. If the given condition is no, false, execute some other statements. If you convert the same into computer understandable format called syntax. Syntax meaning computer understandable format. Computer will not understand this diagram. Java understandable format, that is called syntax. If a open and closing parenthesis, you specify some condition. In Java programming, you want to run a set of statements. You please observe Java class or Java method. There are some brackets. What are there? In Java coding, a programming unit meaning a set of statements you want to execute, you have to put the statements inside, open,
Open, close.
open pushpa, closing pushpa, open flower bracket and closing flower bracket. Statements here. Open flower brace and closing flower brace. If the condition satisfied, execute these statements. If the condition not satisfied, execute other statements. It's called one condition in Java program called if condition. It is simple if. If only if also we can use. If else also we can use. If the condition satisfied, do something. Not satisfied, nothing. Stop. Else also not required, optional. Not satisfied, I want to run something else. Then only I have to go for else. If I want to check multiple possible condition, if condition 1 not satisfied, check condition 2. Also not satisfied, check condition 3. If else, call nested if. If inside another if condition. Nested if condition. A for loop inside another for loop. Nested for loop. A SQL statement inside another SQL statement. Nested queries. Nested meaning inside. You can also write a nested if condition to check multiple possible conditions. Like, if really you want to check many conditions, rather than writing like this, if condition 1 not satisfied, else if condition 2 not satisfied, else if condition 3 not satisfied, else if condition 4, instead of writing a very complex nested if to check many possible conditions, workaround alternatively we have switch case for readability point of view. Finally, Java offered two conditional statements. If one conditional statement switch case another conditional statement. If one conditional statement switch case another conditional statements available in Java programming. Make a note of it. Java offered the following two conditional statements. Java offered the following two conditional statements. If and switch case. If and switch case. Right. So take the first one, this one. So it's better you take this one by one. Take the first one. Simple if. A simple if. Listen. A condition true. Execute something. There is no else part. It is also valid. If the condition true, do something. Otherwise, not mentioned, not specified. Nothing will run. A simple if syntax will be like this. If some condition, open and closing flower brackets, the code you want to run, the statements you want to run. It is simple if, no else part also. If the given condition true, the code gets run. When the given condition false, nothing will run because there is no else part. It is called simple if. What I am trying to say, else is not mandate, it is optional. You want to run something else, when the condition false, then only you need else, otherwise not needed. This is also valid expression, valid syntax. Take the first one like this, simple if. A simple if. Look at this one. Here, I'm declaring two variables. Expected title one variable, actual title one variable. In this application, I want to test Gmail link working or not. Link working or not. I'll make Selenium to click the link. How we'll discuss. I was not started Selenium training. Loading. All it is happened because of the cookies only, right? Already my passwords are saved in the cookies. So directly it is opening inbox. Anyhow, when I click Gmail link, it's going to some page. This page will have a title, right? What is the title of this page? Gmail. Here I am testing the Gmail link working or not. What is expected? Expected title? Gmail. Expected title equal to, say, Gmail. Okay. Your Selenium capture the actual title during runtime. Your Selenium will open Google application, click on Gmail, capture the actual title of the window. We store in a variable called actual title. Supposing actual title also Gmail, say actual title also Gmail. If the expected title I want to compare with actual title, what is the method? We can use either equals or equals ignore case. We can use either equals or equals ignore case. That is your decision. Exact match you want to perform, equals. Case I want to ignore, then I go for equals ignore case with actual title. Expected title equal to actual title. I want to print test pass. Now I'll run this code. We are getting test pass. Okay. Expected title Gmail, but the actual title in the window is Google, say for example. I'll run this code. You tell me what happened? Fail? Where is fail? Nothing will be executed because condition not satisfied, there is no else part. There is no else part. Nothing will be executed. If you want to do something when the condition not satisfied, then only we have to go for else part. The first one is simple if. Hope you understood this one, right? First one?
Yes.
A simple if condition. No else part. So take concept I am giving the notes, examples I am putting in the LMS. Take the next one. If else. If else. If else. What is this if else? Listen. If the condition satisfied, I want to run something. Not satisfied, I want to run something else. Then we have to go for. We need even else part also here, right? Oh. So what is the continuation syntax? Else. Else. The statements. Note on this syntax. If the condition true, run some code. Otherwise, run something else. If the condition satisfied, execute some code. Not satisfied, execute other part of the code, other block. If the given condition true, statements in the if part will run. When the given condition false, statements in the else part will run. Listen, I am putting else part now here. Test, fail. Now as a condition not satisfied, now the else part will run. Test, fail. Previously there is no else part, so condition not satisfied, nothing was executed. Okay. Let me give another small example here. I'm declaring two variables here. Expected total one variable. Why I'm using the variables like this? In Selenium, testing meaning comparing expected and actual. While declaring the variables, we have to declare like this: expected value, actual value, compare expected and actual. Expected total one variable, actual total another variable. The expected total equal to something. Actual total equal to some value I'm putting. Say same 1000. I want to compare this expected value and actual value. If expected total, you answer me, I have to use equals or equals ignore case. Equals method or equals ignore case method.
This is int
Equals.
Equals, not equals ignore case. Why? Not the both. It is not a string. It is not a string. Equals ignore case. These are the methods belongs to string class. Is it a string?
No.
Is it a string? If I put dot, nothing will appear. It is not a class. Equals ignore case contains these kind of methods are applicable only for the string class. String object, correct? It's not a string, it's an integer, int. How to compare?
Double equal to?
Double equal to. Single equal to is a data assignment operator. Other than the strings, including the string, other than the string. Double equal to operator can be used to compare two things. Double equal to operator used to compare two expressions of any data type, including the strings. But I don't use double equal to for comparing the strings. Mostly I prefer methods either equals or equals ignore case, because if I use double equal to, I want to compare the two strings by ignoring the case. How use double equal to? Or I have to write one more. First expression or second expression. Instead, simply we can make use of equals ignore case. Any data type can be compared using double equal. Character, string, int, anything. Double equal to actual amount. If these conditions satisfied, or not amount, sorry, actual total. If these conditions satisfied, I want to print test pass. Otherwise, I want to print test page. Now, as both are same, we get test pass. If not same, we get test fail. just I have shown you equals, ignore case are the methods belongs to string class. If you want to compare any other expressions of any other data type, we have to use double equal to operator. Right. So I'll stop here today, and tomorrow I'll introduce you the nested if, also switch case, also while loop, do loop, and also for loop, looping statements. After learning nested if, we'll learn about switch case, when to go for switch case, then while loop and for loop. There are two loops actually, while loop and for loop. While has one more inside, do while. For has one more loop inside, for each. Actually, there are two. While has another format, do while format. For also has one more other format, for each format. Totally there are four. These four belongs to only two types. Okay, tomorrow we'll discuss about even nested if, switch case, also looping concept. After learning these basics, then I give you some little introduction about the Selenium, maybe day after tomorrow session. Thank you. We continue tomorrow. Thank you, online team. We'll continue tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
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 Thank you. I log off here today.